one is where we need the right parts. What we have in front of us is a 7mm, an 8mm, and a 10mm. And we're going to go ahead and start taking it off. There's the second one, and that should be all of them. Alright, once we get those off, we just pull this little grommet off, as demonstrated. Alright, there should be 2 of them. So to take that one off, you just need an 8mm ratchet. You can also use a screwdriver, but this seems to be quicker. Cap pops right off. Set it to the side. Next, we got to get this piece off. In order to get off, it's real simple. You can feel down in there. You just push down on a little lever and you just pull it out. It comes right out. Now with that out of the way, what we're going to do is release the box by pulling these tabs back, 2 of them, and then pulling up. As soon as you pull it back, it should come right back. It should pop right up. Once you pull it out, it should pop right out. Might have to finagle it, but it does come straight out. And that's pretty much the hard part. Set that to the side for now. We're going to remove the filter, start taking off the bottom piece. All you have to do at this point is pull, give it a nice tug, wiggle it out. There's just a rubber thing underneath, which is right here. Once we get it out, we'll be able to see. Just this rubber thing, it's connected really tight to right here. Just pull it out and it should come right out. Now we're just going to transfer the mass air sensor plug over to the new one. So just using a 7mm, take it out real quick. Once it's out, go ahead and put it in and reinstall it into the new one. And just tighten it down, you should be good to go. Keep in mind when you're transferring over, it's these bolts. You'll have to transfer over and start using these bolts, or these. I'm going to take out the grommet that was pointed out earlier. Just go ahead and pop it out and set it aside for now. To assemble the heat shield, we have a bracket, we have 4 washers, we have 2 nuts and 2 bolts. Nice and simple, just put it together. And then do it again on the other side. It's assembled just as a test. You should probably just set it in there real quick. We don't recommend tightening these down yet. The bracket. Just leave it nice, a little bit loose so that you can adjust it later. But there's a new grommet that comes in. Go ahead and put it underneath, back replacing it, and that will go on top of it later. We're just test fitting it, make sure it fits everything at this point. Go ahead and take that out, and we're going to fit the next piece on. Now we're going to take the filter adapter, which is this thing. You're going to need 2 washers, 2 locking nuts, and then 2 bolts. And then you're going to hook it up basically up to this point right here. It should be just like that. So the fat part on this side, and then go ahead and lock it down. Just make sure it's nice and tight. It's all tight. Go ahead and grab this rubber piece, and we're just basically going to outline the whole piece. What we're doing is we're just starting where this bracket is as the starting point, and then working our way around, and then the end point will be on the opposite side right here. It's not that difficult. It just takes a little pushing on it, and it should go all the way around the whole thing. Once you get it all on, make sure you press down pretty hard. Coming to the end, as you you can see, we're gonna have a little bit of excess. But before you cut it, the directions do say to cut it. We're gonna make sure that it's all nice and snug all the way around. Make sure everything is nicely, tightly put in before we cut anything. Next, we're just tightening this up using the bolt that's provided, and there's a rubber washer that goes in there also. And that's the grommet. We pulled it out and we're just attaching it here. Now with that, we can just go ahead and drop it in the hole. The thing we did is we put this back in. To attach it right there, we have these three things. A larger washer, a smaller washer, and then a nut. Pretty much that's all that's left, so we know you can grab the right stuff. And we're going to use the two provided clamps to clamp it down. Let's go ahead and fit it on there and then use the two clamps that are provided and lock it down. Putting the first one on. Before we tighten these down, we're going to go ahead and, now that this is firmly in, this heat shield, we're going to go ahead and tighten these bolts down.
Okay, it's in there now. So stick this in first. Make sure that hose goes all the way in flush. There's a stopper there. Just push it in as far as it'll go.